It doesn't matter what any of us do about anything. I'm saying we have to use discourse this way. Like that's us getting moist. But a lot of people in the world care a lot about stuff that might not seem of significance to NTPs. And so, and I don't interact with individuals a lot that have very censor-driven interests. So I find this exchange kind of interesting.
It wasn't, Courtney, that's what's fucking wrong with you. It wasn't your fucking issue to decide whether or not it was a big deal or not. And I didn't think it was a big deal when I read your text messages out loud. I didn't think you would either. But you're pissed because you did that to me. How does that make sense?
Hey, but Lori, listen. Get used to this notion of not really saying shit in confidence around here. Right? Because I don't like privacy.
Me and Courtney are, like, we actually used to be friends in real life.
Well, you can be friends again. Get over it. You guys are fine.
Dude, I'm fucking sick of her. I don't even care. She's annoying.
Hey, look, Lori, listen. I have known Courtney for a while now. I like Courtney. I think she's a very nice person.
You don't know her.
And she's very just earnest. To her in this Sometimes she makes mistakes like all people do. And she may have made one in this instance. But I find Courtney to be very authentic in her earnest good efforts towards everything or whatever. So, you know, I know I don't know you, Courtney. I said I've known you for a while.
Courtney, we were roommates, you dumbass broad. What do you think I don't know you for? I've hung out with you
on a number of occasions here in virtual world.
I hung out with you like every day,
and
all day.
I'm not trying to say that my knowledge of anybody here is why we should be soothed by my soothing voice. Instead, what I'm saying is that this soothing voice is successfully soothing everybody. And that's a good thing because soothed people bring a soothing
She's definitely a
environment that helps humidify the air and allows us all to feel better. And that's why we're going to change the subject now and segue away from Courtney and Lori not liking each other at the moment. Because that's a matter for introverted feelings to be adjudicating. Now, we all have introverted feelings. I have some introverted feelings. But my introverted feelings and Lori's introverted feelings are equally strong. We both don't know what we feel, Lori.
I have some FI. I think it's shoved up in the attic in a corner somewhere. There's probably some like cobwebs over it. If I dust it off, and open up the chest,
what's in it?
Like a little leather cinched bag, and inside that bag will be some FI.
Right. Yeah, so Lori, as ESTP and ENTP respectively, you and I have a very poor relationship with our own feelings. We can get over breakups really fast. We don't hold grudges very long, but we're not at all above getting vengeance. And
no, dude, like literally, like I don't even like give a fuck. I really don't. But it's just like, I mean, like I give a fuck because I knew that she was gonna like what's pissing me off is that like she's doing all this shit talking, and it's just like, why are you so drama-fied, dude? Like, are you ever fucking tired of that shit?
Courtney gets offended when she perceives injustice. I've noticed this, okay? She is not pursuing drama for drama's sake. She genuinely feels as though an injustice is upsetting the equilibrium of things and feels a need to return the thing that's been upset to a state of equilibrium.
Okay, dude, if you were here whenever I was reading the text messages,
that her drama, no matter how silly it may seem, and it often does seem very silly.
Let's talk about him.
It's not for any bad reasons. It's not because she's just trying to make drama. She was
trying to make drama. I can show you my text messages.
And she's actually persistent in trying to get that thing addressed. I've got to respect that because she's not just blowing smoke up my ass.
Eric, I literally have text messages. I could prove it. She's literally trying to stir up drama because she asked me on 5, like, okay, maybe not 5, but 4, at least 3 different occasions. Could she bring that up in here? And then I was like, why do you want to bring that up so bad? She's like, everyone in here right now hates him. Let's all talk about him. He.
She
Like,
wants to restore the equilibrium because
you're
for one
being
reason or another,
ridiculous. You're
listen,
being ridiculous.
for one reason or another, she doesn't like Nick. And that's fine.
No, but
a lot of people
funny
don't like
thing
Nick.
is, when she brought it up, she was like, I mean, I just don't think Nick was meaning to be disrespectful. I was like, what the fuck, Courtney? You said that it would offend you too.
Okay, so what am I supposed to conclude from this? Let's say I accept all of your evidence you're presenting here, that Courtney is, in fact, a troublemaking schemer. Is that what you're going to tell me?
I would say that she's fucking dramified.
Okay, well,
that's what I would say. She just fucking like gets off fucking drama.
To the extent
like,
that
damn, Courtney, aren't you like almost 30 now, dude? Come
I'm
on.
45, Lori. I'm 45 years old, and I'm at least as dramatic as Courtney.
I'm not talking about you, Eric. I know.
I'm trying to hold you accountable to fair evaluatory metrics.
I didn't say shit about you, though. I'm talking about Courtney being her age and always being in drama like a little high school girl.
Okay, but Lori, what
How did
I'm
you
saying...
relate that back to make that about you? Who knows?
I didn't. It wasn't about me, Lori. It was about your evaluatory metric of age. I invalidated that as a good warrant for something. I said, no, that's not a good reason for anything. Wasn't about me. Wasn't about you. Wasn't about Courtney. It was about your goddamn reason.
Being almost 30 isn't a good reason to act like you're still in high school.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, if the behavior is bad, it's bad at any age. Now, of an adult, anyway. I mean, you might excuse certain bad behaviors in children, I suppose, but even then, the behavior is still bad. It's not contingent. Its badness is not contingent on one's number of years on Earth. Some people like me, I spent a lot of years that weren't even barely conscious. So, I don't know. But for whatever reason, for many different reasons, that's not a good reason. I don't understand why you're justifying her behavior so much. Because the thing is, I'm not justifying her behavior. It's just that Lori's doing more talking. Lori's talking out loud, so I'm responding to her. If Courtney were saying things that I thought were unfair towards Lori, I'd respond to her as well. But because Courtney's in the chat, I don't think that counts really as saying things. So I don't even really read half of it. Otherwise, I'd respond to Courtney too, and I'd tell her where she's wrong. Because in my mind, when you two are fighting, the solution isn't to help you find common ground. It's to push you both away from wrong ground so you're further away from each other, and you're both hanging your heads shamefacedly at your respective wrongnesses. That's my approach to something like that, and that's why I keep arguing with Lori, is because I only have one half of the parties to argue with here about it. Courtney needs to be checked too, but she needs to get on a goddamn mic and camera so I can check it proper. Sheeness is getting hard. What's Sheeness? Who is Sheeness?
Oh, is that what she calls you, she?
Just someone trolling. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me to see people. Well, I mean, look, the other thing is, regardless of whether you like that phenomenon of quote-unquote drama or dislike that phenomenon of quote-unquote drama, the thing that's interesting is how we as a community discursively engage the issue, whether it's either something to be fought against or toward.
Who did you call out on your BS? The only person that got called out on their BS was you, and you got fucking sad about it.
Okay, but listen, Courtney, you say that she's butthurt because Courtney, you said that she's just butthurt because you called her out on her BS, but that is not what led to your guys' conflict.
Do you want the really short version?
I don't think that's at me. I think that's at she. I can't fucking tell.
That chat's kind of hard to follow. Who made stuff look like a fucking?
I think she and Chelsea are the ones, or not Chelsea, Courtney are the ones going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that's you, she. But you're saying that Courtney made herself look like an idiot? And so
yeah,
did
I think
Ivory
that's who they're talking to each other.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well,
because she called Courtney a paranoid scheming cunt, which is accurate.
Hey, Courtney, listen. I have a long history of being good friends with paranoid scheming cunts. So, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, even if it's true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm just saying you don't have to take that as an insult. You know, it could be a good thing. It depends how successfully you scheme. Whose opinion? I'm not expressing any opinion. Listen, I think you might be talking to she again, but I want to tell you what I think about opinions. Opinions are like air. Everybody needs to say them all the time. And so it's okay for people to have opinions and to voice them. I agree with you, Courtney. I don't see you as a schemer. I do not see you as a schemer. I reject that claim. Scheming, look, I've been accused of scheming before myself. So I know that things that are not scheming can sometimes look like scheming. All right? People think that I manipulate people sometimes. But shit just happens. I don't know. I don't know why shit just happens the way it does, but it just does. But you could make a good case against me for being a schemer, which is why I tend to err on the side of saying I don't think Courtney's a schemer. Because I think she's a complainer. There's a difference. Courtney's a complainer, not a schemer. Courtney loves complaining about shit. How many times have you complained to me, Courtney? Or should we just count it in hundreds? Or, I don't know. You probably complained to me like 40 times, I bet. Do you think that you've complained 40 times to me? Courtney, I am not talking about you in a negative way. I certainly am not going to do that when you're gone. As I've said many times to you before, Courtney, I like you. I'm fond of you. Okay? And that's probably why I'm defending you in this matter.
I wouldn't say anything bad about Courtney.
Yeah,
I mean, I like pretty much everybody in here. I mean, Nick, I liked him a lot more at first. But I still think he's okay.
I had an opinion on this situation, but
everyone else I'm fine with. Like,
all right, Neptune, I want to hear you.